Is there anything more thrilling than seeing a player soar through the air and throw it down? But here's the thing, pulling off those impressive dunks in a contest is one thing. Doing it in the heat of an NBA game? That's a whole different ball game. Ranking the greatest dunkers in NBA history is subjective. It all comes down to personal opinions, right? But we're looking at creativity, leaping ability, power, mesmerizing in-game dunks, and dunk contest performances. These are some of the craziest dunkers in the NBA. At number 10, Shaquille O'Neal. There's been a lot of talk lately about how underrated he is. But seriously, when you check out his stats, isn't it mind-blowing? Shaq's numbers could easily put him in the top 10 or 15 players of all time. But you know what's even more impressive? His sheer size and power on the court. I mean, this guy was a beast. Sure, he had his moments of goofing around, but when he got serious, watch out. So what do you think? Was Shaq truly one of a kind? Let's dive in and find out. Think about it, there were plenty of big guys in the league and plenty of fast ones too. But Shaq, he was a rare combo of size and speed that we hadn't seen before. Someone that massive was hauling down on the court on a fast break and then slamming it home with authority.
What we got? What we got? What we got? What we got?
It's not just about size when dunking. Just look at this next guy who probably terrifies basketball rims everywhere. At number 9, Shawn Kemp. He's half of Seattle's original Lob City. You remember those insane alley-oops and thunderous dunks, right? Kemp was an absolute monster on the court, slamming down with power that made you wonder if the hoop owed him money. And that dunk over Alton Lister? Legendary disrespect. But here's the kicker. Despite all of his aerial antics, he never secured a dunk contest win. Can you believe that? But hey, in your opinion, does that still make him the ultimate dunker without the trophy? It's a little hard to say, but let us know what you think about in the comments section. Next, we've got leaping ability and power when assessing a good dunker.
Out of backcourt, he comes out of the blocks on fire. Oh, raging right-handed tomahawk down from the ring man.
And this next guy was good. He even got a nickname for his skills. At number 8, Giannis Antetokounmpo. They called this guy the Greek Freak. Seriously, that nickname suits him to a T. Have you checked out his wingspan? It's insane. And paired with his crazy athleticism, he's a force to be reckoned with on the court. Giannis isn't just dunking. He's dominating in ways that seem out of this world. It's like he's defying gravity out there. Watching him slam it down is crazy. With sharp instincts and jaw-dropping physical abilities, Giannis has completely changed the game. Is he one of the most intimidating finishers in the league? Well, we think so.
Giannis has got it. Brunson from behind. Giannis! Wow! Dropping of the sledgehammer.
Now, this next player might not be throwing down as much now, but back in the 2010s, he was a slam dunk sensation. But what made him such a standout dunker? Let's look at number 7, Blake Griffin. Blake always found a way to throw it down with authority. Those highlight reel dunks? Straight out of a video game. And let's talk about the impact he had on the Clippers. They became known as Lob City, thrilling fans with their high-flying plays. Plus, alongside DeAndre Jordan and Chris Paul, they revolutionized the pick-and-roll offense. It's a shame those days are long gone. But let's not forget the incredible dunker he was in his prime, right?
He's behind the pack.
And here's Blake.
Leaks out.
Look out,
Griffin.
Despite his legendary status, this next player doesn't always get the dunking recognition he deserves. At number 6, Kobe Bryant. Why do you think he's not always on the top 10 dunker lists? Let's set the record straight. Kobe definitely belongs up there. That baseline dunk against the Timberwolves? Pure gravity-defying magic. Plus, his longevity in the game speaks for itself. From his teens to his mid-30s, he was unstoppable. And let's not forget his epic dunk contest win in '97. So do you agree that Kobe was among the greatest dunkers of all time based on these stats? We certainly think so.
In the third, Kobe. Poking him.
Now there's a couple of factors that might not work in this next player's favor, right? So let's break it down. At number 5, LeBron James. The King has never graced the dunk contest stage, which is a bit of a letdown for fans craving to see him dominate in that arena. And then there's the debate about the variety in his dunks. Some say he could mix it up more, but here's the thing. LeBron may lack variety, but he more than compensates with his insane elevation and raw power. Seriously, when he takes flight, it's amazing. His thunderous dunks have even left legends like Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett in awe. So, even without a dunk contest win, LeBron's highlight reel is chock full of jaw-dropping slams that cement his place among the top dunkers. Don't you agree?
James up and under, throws it off the backboard. Oh, what a perfect pass to himself.
But when it comes to dunking power in contests and on the court, this next guy takes the cake. At number 4, Dominique Wilkins. He's got a strong case for being the best in-game dunker ever. Wilkins wasn't afraid to challenge anyone with his dunks, kind of like a basketball daredevil. He brought power similar to Shawn Kemp, but mixed it up with the finesse of Julius Erving. This guy was a dunking machine, winning 2 dunk contest championships in his career. Some people argue that he should have snagged a 3rd in his legendary showdown with Michael Jordan back in '88. Wilkins was relentless, aggressive, and unstoppable when he attacked the rim. It's tough to deny his greatness in the dunking department. Now we're getting close to some all-round great dunkers.
Johnson, 19-footer, no. Oh my, Dominique Wilkins. Look how quick he is and how high he can get.
Now, when you're talking about the all-time great dunkers, who comes to mind first? That's right, Dr. J's right there at the top. But what's the real magic behind his slam dunk skills? It's not just his insane dunks, it's about how he changed the game. Dr. J started out in the ABA, where flashy moves were celebrated, unlike the more conservative NBA. So when he brought his high-flying antics to the NBA after the merger, it was like a dunking revolution. But hey, it wasn't all smooth sailing. Dr. J faced some serious pushback from the old guard of the NBA, who weren't too keen on all that showboating. But guess what? He won them over, and now dunking is a cornerstone of the game. Dr. J didn't just dunk, he reshaped the game we love.
McGinnis muscling his way for that rebound. Irving on a move.
But the next NBA legend is undeniably something else. He's the GOAT. Now, when it comes to dunking, MJ's name is right up there, am I right? You've got the diehard fans ready to defend his dunking legacy at all costs. But let's keep it real for a second. Does Jordan get a little extra love on those dunker lists because, well, he's Michael Jordan? It's a fair question. But hey, even with his superstar status factored in, we're still pegging him as one of the top 5 dunkers. Who else could make dunking on legends like Patrick Ewing and Dikembe Mutombo look so effortless? Don't even get me started on those jaw-dropping cradle dunks and that iconic free throw line jam. Sure, maybe he wasn't always bringing the house down with sheer power, but when it comes to style and hang time, MJ's in a league of his own. So who's ready to weigh in on the MJ dunk debate? Let's hear it.
Oh, rebound Cartwright, off to Jordan. Michael underneath for the dunk. Whoa, Michael Jordan, power jam in Barkley's face.
Okay, so dunking isn't just about how tall you are or your score. Sure, all these guys were good, but they couldn't come close to the creativity, power, and leaping ability of this next player. That's why at number 1, we've got Vince Carter, the best of the best. Now, when we talk about dunking, Vince's name is right up there at the top, no question about it. In 2000, he owned the dunk contest, showing a level of creativity and skill that had everyone's jaws on the floor. But it wasn't just about the contests. Vince brought that same level of dominance to the court every single game. We're all about dunks that defied logic and left defenders scratching their heads. And then there's that dunk over Frederick Weiss. You know the one, the legendary dunk of death. Vince soared over Weiss like it was nothing, cementing his status as the greatest dunker of all time. When you break it down, Vince checks all the boxes: creativity, power, originality, you name it, he's got it. So who's ready to join the Vince Carter fan club?
Here comes Carter and puts it down. He goes two hands from the free throw line instead of...
We know we are. We talked about a lot of monsters on the NBA here, so if you want to know more about every monster in the NBA, make sure to click on this next video.